Hi all, this is Subramaniam here. I'm an senior technology architect at Capgemini. Today I'll be talking about AWS ASG, auto scaling group, launch configurations, and AMI, which is Amazon Machine Image. We will see the detailed agenda for this session. Here is the agenda. Initially, we'll be required to have an EC2 instance. I'll be creating an Windows EC2 instance and I'll be creating an AMI using that EC2 instance. So then you have to cross check like whether the AMI is created or not. Then create a launch configuration using that AMI. Then create an auto scaling group using that launch configurations. At the end, you need to clean up the resource to avoid unexpected charges. Let me go back to my Chrome to have the demo. This is the Amazon console. You have to go to aws.amazon.com, sign in into your console. It got directly logged in as I saved my credentials. Go to EC2 dashboard. Right now I do not have any active running instances. Click on the instances. Okay. Click on launch instances. Okay. You can search for Windows instance. Type here, enter. It will list out the different kinds of Windows EC2 instances which are available. I'll be choosing this and this is eligible for free tier. Select. I'll be choosing T2 micro. Go to the next step, configure instance details. I'll not be changing anything. I want to keep all default like default VPC, default subnet and all that. Next step is add storage. I will be adding an root volume which is of 30 GB, which is of GP2 kind. You can add another new volume also. I do not want to do that. Go to add tags. This is optional actually. I will not be adding any tags now. Go to the next step to configure security groups. I will not be creating any new additional security groups, which is the default one, which is RDP. Review and launch. However, there will be a warning actually. You can see that this is accessible through the internet. So this is a warning that it is telling. You can neglect it. You can review your EC2 configuration details. If you want, you can edit also. Then you can click on launch button. Here it will ask you to create a new key pair or use an existing key pair. I have an existing key pair which I am choosing. Check this checkbox. Click on launch instances. You can see like your instances are now launching. Click on view instances. Yes, you can see like there is one instance is getting launched. It may take a couple of minutes. Yeah, now the instant state of that has been changed to running. Still the status check is initializing. You can keep refreshing to check the status. Seems like it may take some more time. Right now I will go on pause. I will resume once it is up. I have resumed back. You can see like the instance has been created and instance state is running and status check is 2 out of 2 and which is in green. So now instance is ready. Can give some name for this instance. I want to give as demo 1 Windows EC2. Okay, click on save. Now the instance has been created. Now you can use this instance and you can install the required software to run your application, and you can test your application on the top of this EC2 instance. Once your application is ready, once your application is successfully able to run on this EC2 instance, then it is ready to create your AMI from this EC2 instance. Okay. Now I will tell you how to create an EC2 instance from this created instance. Choose this instance and click on actions. Click on image and templates. Click on create image. Give some name. I want to give a name like demo1 AMI. This description is optional. I do not want to have the reboot to be enabled. This is the default volume type. You can choose a volume. You can add another volume also if needed. And there are some optional tags that if you want, you can add it. See, during the creation of this AMI, you will be having the option to edit the existing features of your EC2 and create the image. Now I am not changing any of the existing features of my EC2 instance. Just I am creating an AMI out of it. So I'll be clicking on create image. Now I have successfully created AMI so and so from the instance so and so. Now we can close this. Now we can go back to the AMIs from your EC2 dashboard and check for the AMI which you have created. Yes, it will list out the existing AMIs. These two are my existing AMIs. So this is the AMI demo1 AMI which I have created now. It is still spinning up and you can see the status as pending. It may take some time. Keep refreshing. Seems like it is taking more time. Right now I will go on pause and I will resume back once it is up. Yes, I have resumed back. You can see like this AMI is demo AMI is created and status is available and which is green. So now AMI is ready. Now you have to use this AMI and create launch configurations. This launch configurations comes under auto scaling. Clicks on launch configuration. I have some existing launch configurations here and I'll be creating a new launch configuration. To do that, click on create launch configuration. Give some name like demo1 launch configuration. This is the name and you have to choose the AMI. You can see a drop down list here, click on that. So these are all the available AMIs. So these three are the AMIs which are available in my account. And also you'll be having the option to choose the AMIs from the marketplace. You can explore on that. Right now I am choosing an AMI which I have created now, that is demo 1 AMI. Choose that. Now you will be required to choose an instance type. You can choose the instance type as per the requirement. Right now I'll be choosing an free tier eligible uh, instance type, which is T2 micro. Choose it. Then you can do some additional configurations which is optional, like choosing of the spot instances and creating an IAM role. Otherwise it will create its own. Then monitoring, you can enable CloudWatch to do the monitoring of this launch configurations. And you can you can edit that EBS optimized instance. You can optimize your EBS and all that. You can click on the advanced details. You can go through them in detail. If you need, you can edit it. Then you can storage volumes. This is the root volume that we have chosen in our instance and AMI. So that is reflecting here. Still you have the option to add a new volume. Right now I am not adding any new volume. Then security group, I will be leaving as it is as default. Then here I need to look into this key pair option. I'll be choosing an existing key pair. Check this checkbox. Click on create launch configuration. Now successfully created launch configuration with the name demo1 launch configuration. You can close this. Go back to your launch configurations. So you can see like demo1 launch configuration is created. You can see the creation time and all that. You can explore. Now I'll be going for auto scaling groups. Right now I have two auto scaling groups in place, and let me create a new auto scaling group for the benefit of larger audience. I'll be giving some name like demo 1 ASG, and for this ASG I will be using a launch configuration. You need to switch to launch configuration. In the drop down list you can see the different launch configurations available to create this ASG. I'll be creating my current launch configuration, which is demo 1 launch configuration. Click on that. Click on next. By default it will chooses VPC, default VPC. Then you can add subnets like two or more. Let me add two subnets as of now. This is the step 2, which is related to the network. Go to the next step, which is step 3. You can configure advanced options here. You can choose load balancer if you need. Right now I am not choosing any load balancer. Our intention is to understand ASG now, as of now. So I'll not be choosing any load balancer. ELB for the health checks, which is optional of course. Then I'll not be doing any additional settings like enabling CloudWatch as it is chargeable. Then click on next. Here you can configure the group size and scaling policies. Here the group sizes includes like desired capacity, minimum capacity, maximum capacity. Actually, this desired capacity must lie between the range of minimum capacity and maximum capacity. Minimum capacity I'll be choosing 1, and maximum capacity I'll be choosing 2, and desired capacity let me choose as 1, as it should lie between the range of minimum and maximum. Now I am not choosing any scaling policies. And also this instance scaling protection is optional. You can explore in detail. Go to the next step. Next step is add notifications. Right now I don't want to add any notifications. If you require to add, you have to click on this add notification and then choose the SNS topics. So these are all the SNS topics available in my account. Right now I don't want to choose this SNS option. I will be removing that. Go to the next step. Here this is add tags. I do not want to have any tags now. Click on next. Now you can review. In this review stage, even you can edit also. You can see the edit buttons under the different sections, different steps. You can edit that. Okay, now click on create auto scaling group. You can see like demo 1 ASG created successfully. You can close this. Yes, now demo 1 ASG is created successfully and updating the capacity. It is doing some action already. Okay. So in this section, we have chosen like desired capacity as 1, minimum capacity as 1, and maximum capacity 2. Now we will go to our EC2 dashboard and let us see how this ESG works. Go to instances. Actually, this is the demo 1 win EC2. This is the EC2 which we have created, and let us see about this instance. Yeah, this instance is created by our auto scaling group, and the instance state is running and status check is initializing. Okay, and also you can see the security group name as this is from launch wizard, this is from auto scaling group. So that means as per the ASG configuration, it has pinned up an EC2 instance. Minimum is 1, maximum can be 2, so depends upon the load, it will create the another one. You keep refreshing this. It may take some time. I will resume back once it is up. Yes, I have resumed back. You can see like this instance is up now. Status check is 2 out of 2 and it is in green. So this is the instance which is created out of our ASG configurations. Okay, let us see uh, what will happen if we delete this instance. You can terminate the instance. Now that instance is terminated and we will keep observing this instances dashboard. Now it is shutting down. I'll be keep refreshing. So now I cannot see that EC2 instance created out of ASG, which is terminated now. You can open your auto scaling group in the other window just for understanding better. This is our first window and we'll be keep refreshing. Yes. So as soon as we deleted that created EC2 instance, which is created out of ASG instructions, it immediately creates another new instance and provisions a new instance that you can observe over here. Instance is running, status check is initializing. It may take some time again. So this is the features of ASG, I mean to say. I hope you understand this ASG how it works. Now we will clean up the resources as per our agenda. Go to this demo ASG which we have created. I will edit the group details. I will edit the desired capacity to 0 to avoid expenses. Now it is 0 and I'll be updating here. Now the desired capacity is 0, minimum capacity is 0, and we will see how it works in reality. See, as we changed our minimum capacity to 0, desired capacity and minimum capacity to 0, so automatically it has killed the other instance which was created out of ASG configuration. So like that this ASG will work. This ASG configurations is very much helpful while configuring the load balancing and other things. That's all from me as of now. Thank you all. Bye.